This is a block diagram of our multi-layer perceptron, where we have vector of x for our input. We have here 3 neurons, N1, N2, and N3. The output of this neuron is Y1, the output of neuron 2 is Y2, and simply we have Z for our output of this system. Let me write down Y1 as the function of F1 of, here we have W transpose, W1 transpose, I'm gonna just label it with W1, X plus B, a bias of B for this neuron. This is for the first neuron, N1, to show the output of first neuron. For the second neuron, we have Y2 as an output, 2, and this one is W2 transpose X plus B. Let's just label them B1 and B2. Now for the Z function, we can also write Z is equal to F of 3 this time, W3 transpose X, or let's say Y. This is better to write it with Y, plus B3. And for F of 3, we can write W31 Y1 plus W32 Y1, Y2 this time, plus B3. So we just expand this W3Y. And now here we can continue and write it as Z F of 3. If we just expand it here, I can write it as W31 F1. F1 is W1 transpose X plus B1, and then I just replace it with its value, plus W32 F of 2, and F of 2 here is W2 transpose X plus B2. Just don't forget this B3, plus B3, and just close the bracket. So we see that multi-layer perceptron is nothing but a function. But why did we do that, and why do we need to take a look at this one in this way? If you're using a software, if you're using different techniques of software, we don't really need to write down this function. But it's a very good example to understand what is a simple neuron and what is this algorithm that later we are going to work with, how they work and what are they based on. If you're really looking into finding a mathematical function, we have different tools, simple tools like a curving fitting tools, where you can just work with the functions and write down separating two sets of data. I hope that you can understand now the fundamental of neuron and what is a neuron, how can we represent a neuron with a mathematical function, and how are they working, and why do we need to use multi-layer perceptron. In the next session, we are going to discuss about hardware implementation of a neuron.